Welcome back. Today we are going to do the revision of chapter number 1, Bones and Muscles. And the topic which we will see today, that is the backbone, which is also known as spine or vertebral column. Then we will discuss about the ribs, and then at last we will discuss about the limbs, that are our arms and legs. So let us move forward and discuss about it.
Other name of your backbone is spine or vertebral column. Whenever you listen these two words like spine or vertebral column, you must understand it's nothing but it's just they are talking about the backbones. So joints allow slight movement of the vertebrae, means these bones which are in this form, they allow them to move. Each vertebrae has a hole in it. The delicate spinal cord passes through this hole. Here you can see that spinal cord is passing through it. Spinal cord is passing through the vertebrae. These are passing through the vertebrae. Therefore, the vertebral column protects the spinal cord. The whole vertebrae are protecting our spinal cord. This the yellow line which is passing through, that is the spinal cord, and who is protecting the spinal cord? The vertebral. These are the vertebral column which protects it. So now here comes the ribs. Ribs are thin and flat curved bones that forms a cage around your heart and lungs to protect them. So this is the part where our heart and lungs are protected by the ribs. So what are the numbers of pairs of ribs which are present in our ribs? So there are basically 12 pairs. So let us see how they are 12 in pairs. So let us count like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11, and this is the 12th one. So basically this is the back portion and this is the front portion. So that's why this is called the backbone, which is covered around our body. So that is at the back side. So they join the backbone at the back. So this is the part where they are joined. Most are joined to the breastbones in the front, and this is the area where our breast is being protected. Two pairs of lower ribs are not attached to the breastbone and they are called the floating ribs. Here you can see there are two lower ribs which are not basically attached, so they are also known as the floating ribs. Now we will move on to the hands and legs of a human body. When we see the hands and legs of a bone, then we will see that hip bones are basically joined with the three different bones. So let us see here. The hip bone is joined with three different bones, and the upper half part of the body is joined with the longer bone of the body, that is the femur, and the lower part have the shin bone and the calf bone. Here I think you're not able to see, like shin bone, this is the shin bone, and this is the calf bone of our leg. At the end we know we have a foot, and which has a number of small bones which are present here. So here you can see the upper half of the leg has the long bone known as the femur. This is your femur, and the lower half of the leg has the shin bone or the calf bone. So I've already shown this is the shin bone and this side is the calf bone. So here we can see that when we will see the upper part, then we come to know that our shoulder bone, this you can see, the shoulder bone is basically attached with the two different bones, where the longest bone you can see here the humerus, and again it is differentiated into two, that is radius and ulna. And here you can see it is also known as scapula. Can you see here, it is attached, that is the scapula, and this is your shoulder bone, just see here. The upper arm has a long bone that is called the humerus, and the lower bone has two long bones, radius and ulna, and the wrist and hand has several small bones, same as we have in the feet. So we come to know that our legs and hands are basically similar in anatomy. It has a long and a small bones. So with this we have almost seen the skeletal system. Here is a quick review about organs and organ systems, the skeletal systems, the skull, the backbone, the ribs, the limbs, arms and legs.